Okay, let's continue here, shifting gears to the big controversy. Look, I like Rand Paul. He's a good guy. I talked to him like 10 years ago. I said, hey, you can get Rand Paul on. He'll do interviews for his dad running for Congress. Let's see, if the apple falls far from the tree, and it didn't. I encourage him to run. I'm very, very sad and disheartened by this, but the Liberty Movement moves on. I understand he's part of the Republican Party. What are you going to do? Mitt Romney. But, your dad didn't endorse McCain 4 years ago because he understood that he was bought and paid for by the same interest. And we've gone over the flip-flopping of Romney. I mean, you got to see it to believe it. It is absolutely incredible. We have a video up at Infowars.com titled, Mitt Romney, the King of Flip-Floppers, if you want to see it. I mean, it's amazing what these guys do. And look, I said Rand Paul on Friday, because they coordinated their announcements about, well, we won't win the delegates now, and by the way, Mitt Romney's a great guy. I said, hey, come out and explain yourself, at least. Don't do it on Sean Hannity. Tell us why you did this. Well, they had one of the campaign guys, Jack Hunter, come out. I'm going to read these quotes later when our guest is on with us. And he said, hey, the Republicans won't like us if we don't do this. Well, hell, get behind torture. Get behind NDAA. Get behind secret arrest. Get behind the UN commanding our military. Get behind all the illegal wars. Get behind the whole thing. If that's what you think. I mean, because all the others say the same thing. Hell, I should have voted for Newt Gingrich if that's the case. Or maybe, any of these other guys. It's mind-blowing to see this twisted political response to it. And again, I still love Ron Paul and like Rand Paul. It's just that now, no more honeymoon. You go, well, I'm voting for sanctions, even though it's not an act of war. Sanctions are an act of war in Iran. Your dad said those are acts of war. I mean, Rand, what's the point of getting elected president down the road, like you guys are saying you're doing this for, if you're a globalist? You are losing your luster. That's what's happening here, and it's a sad thing. I feel like it's a betrayal. My gut, and your gut is just the synthesis of all the data, feels totally betrayed. And, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're going to show us. So we hope that's the case. But regardless, the fact that Ron Paul went so far, really won the first primaries, had to be cheated, shows that liberty is incredibly popular. Just because the Bilderberg Group wants to co-opt libertarianism so they can control it, doesn't matter. Those ideals of freedom are absolutely imperative. Hey, he's supporting legalization of raw milk and hemp and things like that, so the police state doesn't have excuses to bust down our doors. I'm going to still support Rand because he's much better than most of them. It's just that what we're seeing is a big bummer. People are like, hey, get mad at the New World Order. A minority of listeners and viewers. I am more mad at them. It's just that these were our guys. And so we're telling them we're unhappy. I mean, that is our right as citizens in the First Amendment. I mean, we did give them our money and our time and energy. Is it sacrilege to not want to bow down and lick the feet of Mitt Romney, a known con artist liar? Okay. Let's shift to some other criminals here in the New World Order, the real threats. House committee schedules contempt vote against Holder. We've played the news conferences before he even got busted saying they were running guns to track him. And then he says he knows nothing about it when the full scope came out. I mean, he's been caught lying. Show has Mr. or whatever its name is, the creature from outer space. Janet Napolitano, we've got some key video of her coming up, by the way. You don't want to miss that. Now Holder, is on the defensive. But again, if they actually try to impeach these people and actually go after them, then I might start supporting a little bit the Republican Party. But they can't because, as Holder said 6 months ago, Bush was involved in Fast and Furious type programs as well. So this is only being brought out now to score political points. Here's another report. Again, House moving to hold Holder in contempt. That's out of the Washington Times. The article I just showed you was out of CBS News. But they've been caught engaged in massive in-your-face insider trading in the Congress. And so don't hold your breath on them actually taking action against these people, because They are so compromised themselves, and that's the problem with the corruption of society. Once you get a bunch of crooks and semi-crooks in government, none of them can go after the really bad offenders because they've got skeletons in their closet as well. And that's when civilizations really go downhill and finally collapse.